Hey guys, this is Amar. Hope you're well. I know I've posted my two videos of the day already. Just had this thought on my mind which I thought I wanted to speak about, right? So, as I said, I have been trying to make friends on this channel, so we should speak about life, right? I also need to rejig the vlog which has been pending and not been doing a lot of vlogs, but that's there. I'm gonna do it, right? So, on this video, what I'm gonna talk about is that there are two kinds of parents are two kinds, right? And the first kind of parents are who have kids because they want those kids to be happy, right? They want those kids to be happy, so they do everything to make their kids happy. They do not come in the way of their dreams, right? uh, they do not impose their dreams on their children. They don't say that I want you to become a doctor, I want you to become an engineer, I want you to become a lawyer, or whatever, right? They don't impose their dreams on the dreams of their children. That is the first kind of parents who actually tell their kids, alright, you can be free to do whatever makes you happy, right? They tell their kids, I want you to try everything that you can possibly try, and I want you to eventually do what makes you happy, right? That is the first kind of parents. And the other kind of parents, the other kind of the second kind of parents are those who impose their dreams on the kids. They force their kids in the schooling system. They force their kids to compare themselves with the rest of the class, and cause continuous amount of stress to their kids, right? Because they are never letting them be happy. Because if they score a 90%, they compare them with a 95%. If they score 95%, they compare them with a 99%. If they do well in cricket, they tell them somebody else is doing well in chess or whatever. Like, they don't let their kids be happy, right? They're always comparing their kids with somebody else's kids. They're always putting pressure on their kids to outcompete someone else and not follow their heart, right? They force their kids to choose different kind of careers. They force their kids to become engineers, doctors, lawyers, lawyers, which are quite popular in the society, right? These are the professions which are kind of most popular in the society, right? So they force their kids to choose one of the professions that they think is right for their kids. They also force their kids to marry a certain kind of people, right? Because they want to control on their lives. So they don't let their kids choose what makes the kids happy. Instead, they want the kids to do what makes them happy, right? So the first kind of parents, to summarize, the first kind of parents give wings to their kids. The first set of parents give wings to their kids, right? And they let the kids do what makes them happy. In terms of profession, they also let them find girlfriends, boyfriends, life partners of their choice, so that they would be happy, right? Because the point for the first set of parents is that they want their kids to be happy, and the kids' happiness is their happiness. The kids' happiness is their happiness. Because if you love someone, their happiness should be a source of happiness to you. That's the definition of love. That's the simple definition of love. If somebody's happiness gives you happiness, and if somebody's pain gives you pain, you are in love with that person. Simple as that. That is the only, like, if you want to really test if you're in love with someone, then the simple formula is that their happiness, when they're happy, it makes you happy, and when they're sad, it makes you sad, right? So for the first set of parents, this happens because they love their kids. They want their kids to be happy, right? Because the kids' happiness is their happiness. The happiness of the kids is their happiness. So they let the kids do whatever the hell they want to do with their lives. Because once the kids are happy following a certain profession, let's say their son or the daughter wants to be a writer for fuck's sake, or a poet, or a painter, or whatever. They don't say to them that this is not a popular profession. It's bullshit. Like, they don't say to them it's not a popular profession, because they see that the kids are happy doing this. and their job as parents is to help their kids be happy, right? So they allow them to do what the hell they want to do so that they are happy, and because they are happy, the parents are also happy. Similarly, they allow them similar kind of choice in their choice of partners, because when their partners are happy, they are happy, and the partner also becomes a part of the family, and the happiness kind of adds on, multiplies. However, the second kind of parents, since they don't really love their kids, because they are imposing whatever they believe is right on their kids in terms of their school life, in terms of their college life. They want the kids to do what the hell they as parents want them to do. So they just don't like the kid to be happy. I mean, in front of their eyes, they're putting pressure on their kids, and the kids are in pain. They're struggling with subjects in school, they're struggling with subjects in college. They force them to become doctors. They hate being doctors, but because let's say the second set of parents force a guy called Rahul to become a doctor, right? And Rahul hates the idea of being a doctor, but because his parents have forced him a lot, he studied hard and he became a doctor. Because if you put, as human beings, if we put effort at things even we don't like, we improve with them. That's the nature of effort. So if we put effort at things we don't like, we also improve at those things. I mean, if we put effort at things we like, we multiply in terms of result. But if we become brilliant, we become literally brilliant, right? The only way to become brilliant is to do stuff that you naturally are good at, right? But even if you put effort at stuff you're not good at, you will constantly improve over time. So Rahul was forced by his parents to become a doctor, and he hated the idea of studying science and biology, but eventually became a doctor because his parents wanted him to become a doctor, right? And then they married him off to a doctor. He hated being a doctor, and now he's a doctor, and he hates being a doctor, and he's also married off to a doctor. His life sucks just because of his parents, and he couldn't do anything because he never had the liberty to say that I don't want to do this. It was never even like he didn't have the guts to do it. And because initially, at least through school and college life, you're in the clutches of your parents. The second kind of parents who, because you're financially dependent on them, you can't do anything. I mean, so the second kind of parents make lives miserable for their kids. The first kind of parents make life happier for their kids, right? So this is what I want to say here. The point I'm trying to drive through this video is that if you're ever going to be a parent, if you're ever going to have kids, become the first kind of parent, right? Become the first kind of parent. Be the parent who wants to make their kids happy, who would allow them to do what they love because that'll make them happy, who would not compare them with the rest of the world, because comparison puts pressure on people to not be themselves. So you would be the kind of person who would let them choose their life partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, husbands, whatever. You let them choose. If you want to be the second kind of parent who wants to impose their will on their kids, you suck, alright? And you should not be a parent to start with. And you should not have kids. You should have puppets, because you can let puppets, you can force puppets do whatever the fuck you want them to do, because puppets don't have emotions, but human beings and kids have emotions. Kids eventually become full-fledged human beings, and they don't like to be puppets, right? So those are the two kinds of parents, right? And if you have had the first kind of parents who allowed you to be whoever you wanted to be in your life, you are enormously blessed. When you become parents, become those kind of parents. But if you have had the kind of parents who not allowed you to be who you wanted to be, and I'm sorry, but get the hell out of those clutches of those parents and become financially secure, so that you don't have to depend on them. Because financial independence is the only way you will be able to get out of their clutches, right? Because the second set of parents suck your life, and they'll suck your life till you are financially dependent on them. All right. So, but if you want to become the second kind of parent, don't have kids, have puppets. Alright guys, so that's all I wanted to say. I had this thought, and I just thought I'll do this video, and I'll also do the blog. That's on my mind, because after all, life is the pursuit of happiness, and that's what I'm trying to talk about on this channel also. And I'll do the vlog. So stay subscribed to this channel. I'm literally talking and opening up life on this channel. I'm reading my books, I'm talking about life, I'm talking about things that should make us happy as human beings. That's my job, to find my happiness and to help you find your happiness. That's what I'm trying to do here. Alright, thank you guys, thanks for watching, bye.